how important do you see, what stage do you see this should be happening in the last transformation programs? And then what was the take at your end by you or your colleague in terms of setting up a governance CoE or doing it more informally? If you may share some thoughts, experience will be helpful. And then I'll come to the second point, which we will close with.
Sure. So in our current implementation, we have an analytics team and a separate master data governance team. The master data governance team sets the procedures and all of the rules and performs audits on the cleansing. And that's really key that occurs, and hopefully as early as possible and ongoing as possible in the development process, in the implementation process, and then at go live. I think one of the big challenges in analytics when you're calculating metrics and grouping various dimensions, things like that, you really rely on master data to be accurate and up to date, timely, of course. And users often mistake a problem with master data as, oh, the report is wrong. Okay, well, let's look at why the report is wrong.
That's why I was coming to this.
I see that this master data or these attributes of a material or a customer, and those are, for us are the heavy hitters, material and customer, followed closely by the vendor side of the business partner. Those attributes are just key for us. And I think actually one of the things that surprisingly we had to advocate very strongly for during our implementation was some reporting directly on master data. Some of the business functions didn't understand the value of a simple master data report for material with its 200 some odd attributes that we use from it. That fighting for some bandwidth to build something like that was a big challenge, but it's reporting that is used frequently and then drives other reporting. We don't build any reports that rely on attributes from material or customer or vendor that we don't have included in our master data reporting, so that when there's a calculation on it or something like that, we can go, oh, the calculation looks like it's having a problem per the spec. Sure, let's check the data. And sure enough, there's more often than not, there was a challenge with the data, whether it's something didn't get updated or maybe it was a technical issue, but it boils down to that. So very important. And then it's great that we have a master data governance team that takes their audits very seriously. They work with their data stewards across different entities of the business to, they have a set of procedures to ensure that values are within, an acceptable list or within tolerance or whatever it is. And they have a fairly extensive procedure on setting up a new customer or setting up a new material to cover all these points. And generally, when all those things are followed, we have a good flow of data and reporting calculates as expected, which is, always what our users are looking for.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm glad to know this perspective. Anything as a last closing comments, your learnings, lessons, tips, which you really picked up while doing the SAP, SEC, or any other SAP specific transformation, which you think you like to give as a nuggets, as a takeaways, which is always very valuable. Please go ahead and then share if you can. That'll be appreciated.
I think one of the key things to always keep in mind with analytics, and especially kind of dealing with that front end of analytics, is really talk to the key users. Whether you can meet them in person or whether you need to be on a call, share some screens, see what they're experiencing and listen to what they're saying, so that you can understand their struggles, understand why they're trying to, fit that square peg in a round hole, and then use your knowledge of technology to help them understand why that's happening, and always coming with the heart of a teacher to explain to them, hey, here's how to use a report, here's why you're getting this experience, and if you're trying to get to this result, here's how you could do it.
Perfect. So I think with this part, this was a great discussion as a panel. We were We were delighted to have experts from different areas. Thank you all for joining this panelist discussion and having a great thought leadership session.